This is the Jaguar I-Pace eTROPHY press conference. Let's welcome Bryan Sellers. Hi Ryan. There he is. Cheng, our VIP driver. Yaqi Zhang. Over there on the end, our pro and Sergio Jiminez. Hey Sergio.
Hello.
First of all, David, we'll start with you because you are our VIP driver. What are your expectations and what do you think, what you see of the Jaguar I-Pace eTROPHY so far?
Well, actually, I think expectations-wise, I think this weekend very green. No experience.
Very green. I see what you've done there. Yeah, very nice.
So no expectations with the car, but you know, as I came out of Hong Kong and watched a race, it's very competitive all the way from the beginning to the end of the field. So I think for me, again, you know, talking with some of these guys and Daryl in Hong Kong, just want to really make sure we have a clean race. You know, try not to interfere with the championship leaders, but at the same time, I am a racing driver. I'll be trying to finish with the highest position I can. So.
That's a very responsible attitude because we've seen in previous races that some people without that attitude have caused absolute chaos on the track, and that has therefore affected the championship. And it's fair that you do say, you know, I am a racing driver, therefore I am going to compete, but within the confines of the championship and the rules. That's very kind of you. Let's talk about everything that you've done in the past, because you're really an endurance race, obviously still on the podium at Le Mans. This is only 25 minutes, completely different. Yeah. Can you take anything from your endurance racing and put it into this short and sweet race championship?
Well, absolutely. I think in endurance racing, it's all about efficiency. You know, to finish an endurance race, you need to save fuel, save tires, and I think in the Jaguar I-Pace eTROPHY Championship, you know, when it comes to electric racing, we see it in Formula E and we see it in this championship where energy management, you manage the tires, you know, the Michelin tires are very sturdy, but you know, in heat like this, it'll be always a challenge to keep the pressures under control. So I think in management of everything, when these kind of races is important. Now, in sprint racing, you have a little more knife edge and a little more of a fist fight. But at the end of the day, I think what we learned from endurance racing will really help me translate into success in Jaguar I-Pace eTROPHY.
Okay, fingers crossed. Good luck. Good luck, and thank you for competing. We look forward to seeing you on the track. Brian, we'll come to you next. So far, your season in the I-Pace eTROPHY has been nothing but competitive, mainly with yourself and your fellow teammate Catherine Legg. After Hong Kong, what was the conversation like between you guys?
It was interesting, for sure. You know, these races are very interesting. I mean, you have a short amount of time, and you have a lot to learn in that short amount of time. And I think that you know, when we look back at Hong Kong, in all honesty, in all sorts of racing, but especially for us at Hong Kong, there was some fortune that came into play there for us to be able to go 1-2. But you know, for us, one of the things that we've been able to do well to this point is actually lean on each other and try and learn from each other as we go, because it appears that in certain areas she has some strengths, and in certain areas I have some strengths, and trying to be able to combine those has been beneficial. But you know, it's been difficult, and it is extremely tight. I mean, I think
difficulty, does that affect your relationship with each other?
Well, no, I mean, you can't allow it to, really. I mean, it for sure can if you let that happen. But I think you have to be disciplined enough to know that there's an end game in it, and that some weekends one person is going to be better than the other, and you just have to kind of take a step back and realize that. But the competitiveness of the series has been, you know, impressive. I mean, when you really look, the lap time spread from first to last is nearly nothing. And you know, I think, you know, I was fortunate in Hong Kong to be able to win, but when you look, it's the guys at the moment like Sergio who have driven from the back 2 times to podiums. Those are the things that you have to watch for, because you know that it's only a matter of time, hopefully not like this weekend, but only a matter of time before his luck changes. And he's the guy, you know, that you chase. So you have to be prepared. Every weekend, I think you have to be prepared. You have to be prepared for someone else to lead sessions. A perfect example, sitting to my left, showed up in Hong Kong and was extremely fast all weekend in very difficult track conditions.
Sergio, let's come to you then. Have you unlocked the key to success with the I-Pace eTROPHY car? Because you have climbed through the field on a regular basis. What is the key to your success in your overtaking? Because all the cars, let's just remind ourselves, are the same.
Well, the cars is very similar, all cars, and I can say about that because I raced with a spare car on the Hong Kong because my car has a problem in the qualifying and I couldn't do a lap. And I raced with a spare car and it was practically the same as my car. And it's very difficult to pass also. We race in small circuits, very tight circuits, especially Hong Kong was very slippery all the time. The rain stopped 2 hours before our start, but even with that, the track still slippery a lot. This is for me, it was better, it was good because make the race more confusion, so a lot of trouble in there, the people getting slippery a little bit, and this is what helped me, the 2 yellow flags too. But yeah, as Bryan said, the car is very similar, we are racing very close to each other, the times is very close to each other. Of course, qualifying is very important, but we see that not that much, but it's important because you can do a more clean race.
Is there a fine line between being patient and being aggressive in these cars, and also during the race?
I mean, we are all here to race and we are here to win. Nobody are here to participate. So it's you need to go for it if you want to do, and that's what I'm been doing all my life in racing, and that's what I'm going to be all the time I'm going to the track. So yeah, if you need to be aggressive, we will be aggressive. If you need to be patient, we'll be patient.
Okay, Yaqi Zhang, welcome. Yeah. Very successful Hong Kong race for you. Let's go back and reflect on it. What can you take from that race and bring to Sanya?
For Hong Kong, I'm so happy I get P1, P4 game class, but I got a little bit aggressive with the marking, so I got panicked for this one. So maybe for Sanya, I think it's very hard for me, but I will do my best to push. But I will succeed the first is safety and stay in the track to finish the race and try my best to catch the pro-driver.
Do you think there's any added extra pressure on you because you're a pro-am driver?
Yes, I think, but if you wear the helmet, you will get everything.
What a good answer. I love that. If you wear the helmet, we compete. Bryan, let's quickly talk about this track here in Sanya. What have you seen so far? And are there any opportunities for overtaking?
Well, yeah, I mean, I think probably Sergio will agree. This is somewhere that's completely different for us to what we've done. I would say this is the most spread out circuit we've done to date. All the other corners, although say Saudi was a relatively long racetrack, there were a lot of corners. This is a long racetrack without a lot of corners. So there's always tight corners, long straightaways, and heavy braking zones. So inevitably that leads to more passing when there's that type of situation. So yes, I think there will be opportunities to pass. This will probably be one of the best places to pass, but also in that, you know, that you've seen that to pass it, you basically need contact to pass. And I think this will be absolutely no different because the cars reach top speed so early. So you end up losing closing rates, and the braking zones are so compressed that the out-braking maneuvers have to come so late in the corner while you're turning. So it will be a place that invites passing, but also a place that will be difficult probably to make the maneuvers happen.
And because we're racing on tight street circuits, you know, with the concrete barriers down either side of the circuit, I'm going to ask you, it sounds like a silly question, but the first thing that falls off the cars in every race is the wing mirrors. Do you really need a wing mirror? Can we not just take them off? Because they always end up on the track.
You need them. The worst part about it is when you have them, you take them for granted, and you think, oh yeah, you just glance, and then all of a sudden it goes away, and you think, gosh, now what? Now my view from behind is gone. But yeah, I mean, the thing is we're literally looking for half a tenth of a second between drivers. I mean, you can see the qualifyings are half a tenth of a second. So, you know, you're talking, that's literally inches on the exit of every single corner. If you have 8 corners and you gain a little bit in every single one, so it's why the movers go. I mean, we're literally looking for the last little bit. And you get pretty lucky. For the first couple hits, they kind of like hit and snap back, and every now and then you hit a bump and they come back to you, but eventually I think they just tell you they've had enough and fly over the top of the car.
Yaqi, just quickly, in Hong Kong we had a varied climate really. Throughout qualifying and practice, the track was literally covered in water. We had the rain as well, and then during the race it was relatively dry. It was damp, but relatively dry. Here in Sanya, the moisture in the air is ridiculous. It's warm. How do you cope with those climate? How do you cope with those conditions in the car when it is so warm?
Yeah, this is a problem because I heard something from the mechanic. The car, the big problem with the battery temperature. So I'm worried about like after a couple laps, driver is okay, battery is down.
So battery management is going to be key to success in this race. And David, have you ever experienced anything like that before, having to monitor your battery temperature, battery efficiency?
Not exactly battery temperature, but you know, I think in all forms of racing, you need to manage your car. Getting the car to the finish line is the most important thing in a race, because to finish first you need to finish. So in the end, I think, you know, there's little tricks that you can do to help with everything. And I think even in a sprint race, I think in temperatures like this could be the deciding factor, whether, you know, it's lifting off the throttle just a little bit before going to the braking zone to help everything cool down. Or, you know, there's little techniques that you learn here and there, you know, from different drivers as well when you talk up and down the grid. And, you know, these
are the conversations that free?
Well, I think when I was in Hong Kong, it was quite free, since no one knew I was going to be driving.
Has it tightened up since you've arrived?
This weekend I think a lot less information from people.
Love that.
Yeah, I'd really like to know how we're doing all the passing too. Maybe your boost button's working? I would like to be more example on my car as well.
I'd be willing to listen to all the passing stuff also.
David, this is of course your home race as well. Have you visited Sanya before? Are you aware of this resort?
Sanya, I've come to the resort a few times before. I had a wedding here before, and actually my in-laws live only 40 minutes north of here. I have some other relatives that are in Taiko.
So you've got the biggest guest list this weekend?
Actually, I think so. I think for our Jaguar hospitality team, I'm creating a little bit of a nightmare, but they're doing such a fantastic job to cater to us.
It must be nice to come down to Sanya then and racing in front of your home crowd.
Absolutely, I think family, friends, we have some potential sponsors coming, and even a lot of race fans I saw were posting, you know, had a little debacle with some of my luggage getting here, and everyone's very supportive, and you know, I'd see a lot of people are saying that they're coming to Sanya to come watch a race, so very exciting to be racing in front of a home crowd.
Well, we're excited to have you with us, David. Finally, last question, Sergio. What is the key to success? It's the golden question. What is the key to success here in Sanya?
Okay, goodbye guys. Thank you very much.
It's a boost button.
It's another tough race which we can't predict, basically.
I think not. Well, what we could see in the track walk is that the track is very flat, different that we did in Hong Kong, that we have the rolls there, the painting, everything. Here the track and the asphalt is very new, and we could see, we believe we're going to be more grippy than Hong Kong too. So yeah, let's wait to the first practice, and the weather says it's raining tomorrow. If it's raining, we have again a good race, but even if it's not, for sure, I think Jaguar I-Pace is bringing all good races for the fans and the public.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you guys.